Yeah, well, we said we were going to have a live program this morning at 9 o'clock, but you know we're late, and that's Caribbean people. Woo, lots of rain. Wonderful. All right, now, um, we asked to have a pen and paper, and if you all don't have it, you're all going to lose out. But you see, I'm having a lot of wisdom, so I said, you know what? Knowing people, they wouldn't have no pen and paper. So I have everything written down for everybody to see. All right? And on the post yesterday, we mentioned that there are lots of cancers in the Caribbean. Cancer that we never had before. Rampaging. Yeah, I see the rain falling. Oh, yeah, man. Blessings from the Most High. Yes, sir. Yes. All right. Woo! Should get the rain. Blessing from the Most High. When the rain falls, it falls on the white man's house, it falls on the black man's house, it falls on the Chinese house, the red man's house, and it falls on the unrighteous, and it falls on the righteous. Don't forget that. Understand? When the rain falls, it falls on everybody's house top. That means everybody is equal. It falls on the righteous and the unrighteous. Yeah? All right. Now, we were talking yesterday about cancer development in the Caribbean countries. Rampant in the Caribbean, especially in Grenada. We had 1,469 people who were diagnosed with different type of cancer in 2014 alone in our country. And our country is just 133 square miles, 90,000 people. And in the 1,469 people that was diagnosed with that cancer, mostly half of them died from it. And I had a call from someone from the Bahamas yesterday. 1 in every 3 persons in the Bahamas, which is smaller than Grenada, coming down with cancers. In Trinidad, 350 people had strokes this year alone. And 80% of the people who had strokes was under the age of 50. So that is telling us that something is going on in the Caribbean countries because we are incorporating another man's diet. So we're going to talk a little bit about the earth and the organs and the heart and pressure and all these diseases that we seem to be having in the Caribbean country that we never had before. We're going to talk about that and the organs, yeah? Now, we are living on a planet called Earth, yeah? And on the Earth, everything that we have or that we get is coming from the Earth. So we have to take care of the Earth in order for the Earth to take care of us. It's just common sense. You don't have to be educated to or be an academic to understand these basic principles. While you're living on the earth, you have to take care of the earth in order for the earth to take care of you. Bottom line. So if you are putting good things in the earth, in the soil, once they grow, and you consume these things that are good, your body will respond to the good things. It's just common sense. But if you are putting bad things in the earth, like chemicals, the earth is going to produce bad things, and the earth is going to be wicked to you and I because we are abusing the earth. So we're going to talk about the body. Get your pen and paper now because we're coming right around now. Shoot over here. Come up here. I just gave you an analogy about the earth. Now I gave you an analogy of the earth in the atmosphere. Now I'm going to give you an analogy about the body and how it corresponds to things in the atmosphere. The large intestines is the earth. I want you to mark it down if you have a piece of paper now. Mark the large intestine, and next to the large intestine, I want you to put earth. The small intestines, mark it down again. And next to the large, the small intestines, you're going to put earth. Mark down the stomach. And right across on the stomach, you're going to put earth. Mark down the pancreas. Mark it down now. And right next to the pancreas, you're going to put earth. And right under the pancreas, you're going to put insulin and enzymes. Because that's what the pancreas does. It produces insulin and enzymes. One in the exocrine part of the pancreas and one in the endocrine part of the pancreas. So don't forget now, mark it down. So you can learn how to take care of your body. Because the man is not teaching you that. He's teaching you how to get sick and come by him. And then what he does, he exhausts all your insurance. And after your insurance is exhausted, he sends you to go home and die. So you have to learn how to take care of the earth, which is your large intestines, your small intestines, your stomach, and your pancreas. You are in school today. They are the earth. And all the other organs depend on the earth for sustenance. Just like how you and I depend on the earth to produce good food for us, for our sustenance. We need the earth, the processing center, to give us sustenance and keep us well. This part of the earth is the sewage system. It is what we call the garbage collector. It collects garbage. It does nothing else for you than to collect garbage and remove all the excessive amount of garbage. That is part of the earth. If your garbage collector do not pick up your garbage in your street for 1 week, your street is going to be contaminated and you will get a disease. If you keep him messed up with waste sitting in him, you're going to get a disease long term. Your small intestines, which is the earth, is the first organ that cleans your blood. And that is where you finish the digestive process of your starches. That's the earth. The stomach is the processing center. Everything you put into your mouth must come through the processing center, which is the earth. Have your paper and pen and mark it down now. Once you start to have troubles in the earth, in these 3 places, these 4 places, pancreas, stomach, small, large intestines, you will have troubles in other parts of the body. Because these are the areas that help you to sustain or metabolize or receive your nutrients. If they don't work well, you are going to have trouble someplace else in the body, because the body is one. So we don't work on one part of the body, we work on the whole body, because the body is one entity. Don't forget that now. Earth, earth, earth. Garbage collector cleans the blood. First organ cleans the blood. And this is the organ that helps to break down what? All your starches. It finishes the digestive process down there, and this organ, when it removes all the nutrients, it will send it to your liver. The pancreas is the earth. Insulin enzymes. The kidney is water. The heart is fire. The lungs is metal. The liver is wood. And if you look at all the organs in the elements of the earth, water comes from the earth, fire comes from the earth, wood comes from the earth, metal comes from the earth. So in essence, all of these organs depend on the earth for sustenance. That's just common sense. You don't have to be a book sense person to understand these basic principles. Now, the kidney is water, your heart is fire, your lung is metal, and your liver is wood. If the kidney is water and your heart is fire, what out fire? Not water. So if water out fire, telling you in common sense will tell you that your kidney control your heart. So if you have troubles in the kidney, you're going to have troubles in your heart. And if you have troubles in your heart, you're going to have troubles in your kidney. Bottom line, they cannot do that. Your heart is metal. Your heart is fire. And your lung is metal. What burn metal? Fire burn metal. So if you have troubles in your heart, you're going to have troubles in your lungs. And that's the reason why when your kidney is not receiving enough blood from the heart and cannot remove the excessive amount of water, the first place the kidney send the water is to your heart. You get cardiac edema, and your heart is not a water pump, so he sends the water straight to your lungs. You get pneumonia because your lungs is not a water pump also. Are you writing it down now? Your lung is metal, and your liver is wood. What cut wood? Metal cut wood. You need a saw to cut your wood, to build your house. So your lungs control your liver, and your liver control your lungs. And that is the reason why when you have lung cancer, the cancer leaves your lungs and goes straight to your liver. And when you have liver cancer, the cancer leaves your liver and goes straight to your lungs. Because they're all connected. And when you have cancer in the colon, the larger bowels that is up here, the cancer leaves over here, the earth, and it goes straight to the wood, your liver. They can't do that either. And that is the reason why you have to take care of them and keep them in balance. Because once they go off balance, you are going to have troubles in the organ system. The gallbladder is what we call your fat emulsifier. Don't lose it now. Because if you lose your gallbladder, you will not be able to emulsify your fats properly. Your brain is the master controller of the body. It's what we call a computer. The brain is. But the brain depends on sustenance and nutrients. From where? Over here now. From the earth. If the brain do not get enough nutrients from the earth, if the earth is not processing properly, and the brain don't get enough nutrients from the earth, and because the large bowel is all contaminated with toxins, you are going to have troubles in your brain long term. Brain fog, memory troubles, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, brain tumors. They are going to develop because you were not taking care of the earth. That's common sense. So the brain is the master controller. He is the computer of the body. Without him, your legs can't move. Without him, your hands can't move. Without him, your nerves can't work right. Without him, in the front of the brain, your heart can never work well. So he's the master controller of the body. If he is being fed nutrients from the earth, good nutrients now, this is a common sense thing. The glands are your messengers. In a city, when a company hire people, they hire messengers also to deliver messages to different people or different companies. Right and back. I used to be a messenger. So the glands, if they do not send the messages properly to your receptors, and the receptors receive the wrong messages from the glands, because the glands are in balance because of the endocrine system, you're going to have troubles in the endocrine system of the glands, and the messages will not be sent properly, and you will get troubles in the nerves. So the glands are your messengers. The blood. The blood is your life. Your blood is your life. Your blood, let me see life. Life. Your blood is your life. Without the blood being properly nourished with nutrients and no acids in the blood, your organs and your glands and your brain will function better. If there is no contamination of the blood, meaning that you will have to keep the bloodstream clean and keep acid from your blood, and you will prevent the disease because the blood is your life. And the same God that some of us don't believe in tell us that the blood is your life. Once your blood becomes contaminated, it's going to send toxins to the bloodstream, to the organs. and to the tissues and to your cells, and you will get a disease long term. So your blood is your life. Then you have what over here? The immune system. You have your bone marrow. You have your thymus gland. You have your lymphatic system. You have the spleen. And they are what? They are your protectors from diseases. Because all your cells come from here, your bone marrow. But if there is not enough nourishment, or if you're not metabolizing nutrients, especially the B12 vitamin, coming from where? From the earth again, because there's not enough sustenance, and you're eating the foods that is not nourishing to the earth will never feed this organ over here, liver, and the liver, if not being fed the right nutrients with the B vitamins, will never feed what? The blood, which is your life. And if the blood is not being nourished with the B vitamins over here, your bone marrow will suffer, and then all the cells coming from your bone marrow will become malnourished, and you will get leukemia, cancer of the cells. If you don't nourish the earth, or if you don't take care of the earth, and you don't feed the earth good foods that God put for us to use with herbs, the earth will never process nothing. And then automatically, all the organs is going to suffer. Because once you have troubles in your liver, you're going to get troubles in your lungs. And once you get troubles in your lungs, you're going to have troubles in your heart. And once you get troubles in your heart, you're going to get troubles in your kidney. And once you get troubles in the kidneys, you're going to get troubles where? In the glands. Because two of the glands is sitting on top of your kidney. One is called the medulla, one is called the cortex. We call them the adrenal glands. And those are the guys that keep you stress-free. And if the glands is not getting nutrients from the earth, you will get what? Anxiety, depression. You're going to have troubles in the nerves, mental disorders. Because why? You are lacking in the nutrients that was not being processed from the earth, because you were treating the earth bad. So the earth in turn turns on you and causes you to have troubles in the organ system and in the endocrine system and also in the immune system. So it makes your immune system become overactive because you have so much acid in your blood. In here, so much acid in your blood that your bone marrow can't work well. Your thymus gland can't work well in an acid system. Your lymphatic system can't remove the toxins, vessels and fluid, and your spleen will not make the blood, so you will have or suffer from anemia. And what happens to you? If the stomach, the earth, over here, is not being fed properly, and you start feeding him lots of acids, and you start feeding him over here, down here, him right there, pancreas, lots of acids, and you change this your pancreatic secretion into an acid terrain, and you feed your liver acids, your liver will feed it to what? Right over here, your blood. And once the acid get into your blood, and your calcium can't buffer it properly out of the bones, you will start to have lupus, scleroderma, myasthenia gravis, muscular dystrophy, multiple sclerosis, and all these autoimmune diseases that they say have no cause. Because you contaminated the blood with acid, and in turn the tissues and the cells on a cellular level become acidic and cause your immune system over here now to become overzealous, and instead of protecting you from harm, you create a havoc in your body to cause your immune system to become your biggest enemy, and that is the reason why you're getting lupus and scleroderma, myasthenia gravis, muscular dystrophy, and rheumatoid arthritis. Because you was not taking care of the earth. So once the earth is not being taken care of, the immune system can never, ever, ever, ever take care of you. Bottom line, you're almost done. How long is your battery? All right, wonderful. Now you see all them greens? All the greens. I believe in all the greens. Show them the greens. Come. All the greens. I want you to look at the greens now. You in school today now. All right. You see all these greens? In the beginning, Jehovah God said in Genesis 1:29, he said that vegetation shall be for your meat. So he knew that the body functioned in an alkaline system. And that's the reason why he said vegetation shall be for your meat, because they're all water. And your body is 80% of this, water. See? So once you put lots of water in the body, your cells, which is floating in water, will survive better. Because these are the foods that the Most High gave us to eat in the beginning. He gave us an alkaline diet. Because he knew that the only part of the body that was acidic was the stomach. All the other parts are alkaline. 7.45, 7.5, alkaline. So all these foods, oregano, huh? This one is called cilantro, green. This is antiviral, this herb right here. Once you have chicken pox, you gotta use oregano. You have to juice it in a juicer. And you're juicing all the greens with celery, which have sodium chloride. You understand? Natural, organic sodium chloride that will remove from your body if there is excess. Not the one you're buying in the supermarket called table salt. That's a bad sodium chloride. That's what's killing your joints. That's what's killing your veins and giving you varicose veins also. That's what's killing your heart. That's what's killing your arteries. The inorganic sodium chloride that you put in your system every day. 400 and 5,000 milligrams per day. That's what you put. And that's the reason why you're killing your heart and getting high blood pressure. Organic sodium, antiviral, lots of chlorophyll, lots of calcium, lots of magnesium, good for your heart. And your heart needs magnesium in order for the systolic number to stay healthy. See? And all these foods in the juice form, not when you eat them now, in the juice form, when you juice them, will do what? They will start to feed your tissues and your cells properly because they get into the bloodstream in seconds. So they start feeding your cells and bathing your cells in what we call minerals, because minerals act as buffering agents, especially calcium and magnesium. So they buffer things. Cucumbers. Once a woman going through menopause and she use these two here and she have hot flashes, you're going to see the hot flashes start disappearing. Once you have troubles in your kidney, or you living in the heat and you're in the desert and you drink some cucumber and celery juice, you're going to be cooled down because they cool the system. And this fruit vegetable, because it have seeds now, this fruit vegetable have lots of silica. And the silica is very important for what? For your skin, because once you have eczema, you have what we call a heated condition. So once you have eczema, psoriasis, hives, skin troubles, you must implement cucumber in your diet because it has silica and it is cooling to the skin and cooling to the liver. And it is alkaline. It alkalines your blood. And once you are juicing those, you must put ginger, because ginger have gingerol, and ginger also alkalines your blood. When you're on alkaline, we're using all the greens now. We're using the yellows and the red yet. We're going to explain to you what the yellow and the red do. But today we're talking about the green ones. The green ones now. When you juice this guy right here, he have lots of chlorophyll. But he must be organic or certified organic. And once you juice him, he goes into your bloodstream and he starts to clean your blood. And he starts to go into your intestines and he starts to clean it up. And once he cleans in here and get rid of all the waste that you have sitting in your bowel for 15 years, causing you to have all these digestive troubles that you have, you're going to start to feel better. Why? Because no, come over here now. Why no? Because no, what you're doing is you are resting the earth and you are giving him liquids. Because once you have troubles in your digestive system, ain't no pill gonna fix it. Because once you have weak digestion, you can never ever put a pill in your body and thinking that your Xanax or your gastro or your Nexium that flow from the sky, it will never ever fix your stomach troubles because your stomach is already weak and cannot turn or churn that pill into a liquid. So you must go to these over here, liquid form, and juice them. And once you juice them and you start to rest the earth, the stomach, your stomach will respond to you. And once your stomach responds to you, you're going to see all the others, all of them, kidney, heart, lung, liver, gallbladder, spleen, pancreas, they're all going to breathe better because no, you're not choking them up with foods every single day of your life. 3 meals per day. And they say, I am malnourished because I eat once per day. So how come I ain't sick? Huh? That's a myth you all have about eating 3 or 4 times per day. You're killing your organ that way. Rest them. So this here is important. So all the greens. With string beans. With string beans. Don't forget string beans. Because string beans have what we call natural insulin. To help what? Over here. To help this gland. Which depends on the pituitary gland in your brain. To produce his insulin. In the posterior part of the gland. The pancreas does. So when you juice your string beans, and you juice your lettuce, with your oregano, and all your other greens, they start to alkaline. I'm going to use the word alkaline loosely. They start to alkaline your pancreatic secretion, and in turn, once your pancreatic secretion is alkalized, the endocrine part of the pancreas will produce your insulin properly, and your exocrine part of the pancreas will start to produce your enzyme properly, and you will never ever get diabetes even though if you have it in your family. Don't let them fool you. They're killing you every day because they are not teaching you how to eat. They're making you feel that you have to eat 3 to 4 square meals per day. But tell them, while you are eating the 3 and 4 square meals per day, I am just drinking everything green and juicing everything. And I am feeding my tissues and my cells and my glands and my organs well. And they respond to me and they keep me well. So I can never be malnourished. But when you eat all the pork and the chicken and the turkeys, I don't say don't eat them now, that's your choice. They don't have no water. They don't have no water, and they take so long to digest and move out of your body. And after doing it for 15 to 20 years, you create a havoc in the earth. And once you create the havoc in the earth, you can never ever stay well. You will get cancer and strokes and diabetes and high blood pressure, and eye troubles, glaucoma, cataracts, varicose veins, ilitis, IBS, colitis, Crohn's disease, and all these other inflammatory diseases that they give all these big names to. And it just come from what? Irritation of the earth. You are irritating the earth. And once you irritate the earth is going to irritate your organs and kill your bloodstream. Bottom line. Now, apple for neutral, green, everything green. Once you use everything green, you are alkaline in your blood. And once your blood is alkaline, your cells, which on a cellular level, which bathe in alkaline liquid from the diet that the Most High gave us in the beginning, which is alkaline waters, then automatically, once your cells on a cellular level start to alkaline your blood because you're feeding them alkaline juices from the green foods now, then your cells will say, thank you, Patrick. Thank you, Christiana. Thank you, Donovan. Thank you, Mary, because now you are putting an alkaline to reign in my body, and then I know in turn will take care of you, and I will take care of your immune system. You can never ever get lupus from that, doing that here. So when you have lupus, and when you have myasthenia gravis, and when you have all the autoimmune diseases that they can't fix, have no cure, they says. Once you have them, and you have discipline of the mind, and you put yourself on a program for 6 months to a year with discipline, and you keep on alkalining your blood, and you keep on taking herbs that helps to do what? To balance back your immune system, not suppress it with the steroids now, but balance it back. And once your immune system become balanced, you will see all them pain in your joints start to disappear. Jehovah is great, isn't it? Because he knows why. Now, see this here? When we use the juices, the tangerine skin, don't forget the tangerine skin, I want you to mark it down. It's called MCP. We use the tangerine skin to do different things. You can use it as an oil for your skin. Yeah? Or you can take it and take the skin off if it's green. And when you make your juices, you blend this in a blender with some other juices and drink it. And what this does, it have enzymes. And we're going to talk about enzymes in another one of the program. We're going to learn about enzymes. There were 2,000 of them. And the enzymes, they do what? Some of them help you to digest foods. Some of them uncode cancer cells. And some of them prevent you from getting cancer. Look at them right here. If you have the cancer, and the cancer camouflages, it will uncode the cancer cells. Who made them? Man never made them. It comes from the Most High. He knew that we were going to mess up. Not again, heart troubles. When you go to the doctor, I want you to learn now, because you all go pay the doctor $80 and then come back and say you all can't read it. It's called a CBC, a complete blood count. And that's why the medical system is also important. So that's why any herbalist who tell you, do not go see a doctor, run away from that herbalist. Any herbalist or naturopath tell you, do not go to the medical system and get some reports, run away from that herbalist. They ain't mean good for you. You have to do what we call complementary medicine, meaning that you have to work with the doctors. You have to work with the medical system. The only difference is they don't want to work with us. But I work with them anyway. So when they give you a CBC, you're looking at your lymphocytes, they call it the band cells. These are the band cells over here. Lymphocyte, basophils, don't forget them now. They don't want to protect you. And they call them the band cells. Now, if those here, the band cells are low, the doctor will say you look as though you have leukemia. Because once your band cells are low, it's telling your doctor that something is wrong in your bone marrow. Your cells are coming out sick. That's how you know you have leukemia. Ain't no herbalist could tell you that. You must go to the medical system. It's common sense. Your RBC is called your red blood cells. Look at your range. If you're lower than that, we go to your spleen. Huh? Your white blood cells, WBC. Once your WBC is high, look it up here. Once this one over here is high, the doctor will tell you that you're fighting a bacterial infection. Once your WBC is low, your doctor will tell you you're fighting a virus. That's how you know. The HB, hemoglobin. When you have cancer, the doctor will know, because usually lots of cancer patients have low HBs. Or if they're taking chemotherapy, it kills lots of the white blood cells, so this become low. You're coming under 3 or 4. You're under 2. That's telling the doctor that the chemo is killing your good cells, that you need to fight the cancer cells. So chemo is not your best choice either, unless you're doing things that help to build up the immune system. Then you have the HB. Lots of women have that. When a woman bleed too much, when she has menorrhagia, she have low HB. But they give you iron that make you constipated. When you have low HBs now, low blood, we go to your spleen over here. We go to your spleen because your spleen makes blood. And then we go to where again? We go to your liver because your liver stores the blood. Because once you have low HB, you must go to your spleen and you must go to your liver. Because one makes the blood and one stores the blood. And then automatically, you're going to see that your HB stays normal. HB. Now we're going on to the platelets. Usually, if the platelets is low, under this number here, under 150 over here, the doctor start to get concerned because your blood is not clotting well and you get bruised very easily. So lots of people have low platelets because they're sick. And if you have cancer in the blood and the cancer start affecting your liver, your platelets also will drop under 150. If you have cancer and the cancer is moving, your platelets will move from 150 and pass 450 and up. If the blood is clotting too much and you have what we call platelet aggravation, that's what the doctors look for. Your platelets will go to all 600 and they're going to put you on Coumadin and warfarin, same drug. Blood thinners, because your blood is clotting too much. And that is the reason why you have to have the blood in balance. And if you have to have the blood and the cells, the band cells in balance, what you have to do, you have to go back to where? Woo! To the earth. You have to go to the earth. And you have to take care of the earth. And once you take care of the earth, and the earth feed your bone marrow, and the earth feeds your thymus gland, and the earth feeds your lymphatic system, which holds your T lymphocytes, and it feeds your spleen, your white blood cells going to stay well. And that is the reason why the earth is significant. And all the other organs that branch off of the earth, we call them the children of the earth. These are the children, and this is the mother. So if the mother is sick, the earth, the stomach is sick, your large intestine is sick, your small intestine is sick, your kidney gonna moan, your heart gonna moan, your lungs gonna moan, and your liver gonna moan because they are the children of the mother. And if the children by any chance get sick, the mother, which is the stomach, the earth, she's gonna moan because her children is sick. It is just common sense. I'm gonna leave you with that today. Don't forget, some companies are good companies, some companies are bad companies. You have to know what you're buying. Some companies have hexene, benzene, aluminum, titanium, dioxide in their products. You have to look for those. But you have to look for them under the back of the RD air allowance with the other ingredients. Look for them. If you see them, don't buy the product. They're bad. When you're buying a B vitamin, if they don't stick together after a week or so, they're no good. They have chemicals in there. Don't forget that now too. Now, I like to work with a few good companies. I don't really work with them, but I let people buy products from them. Because to me, they're run by certain medical doctors and doctors who are trained in nutrition. And they do a lot of research on these products. So this one here is not a bad company. Rainbow Light, don't forget Rainbow Light, very good company. And this brother is a herbalist and he makes his product from food base. Don't forget, he's one of the best around. I will advise anybody to buy this product. And they work. All right? All the calcium and all the mens and multis and enzymes come from the earth, from the plant source, not from chemicals. This is another good company here again. Source Natural is not bad. They make good products also. And Kyolic garlic. I'm always telling people, when you're talking about garlic is acidic and garlic is this and garlic is that and Chinese garlic, we want aged garlic. The Wakanuna people make the best of it. And you just want garlic to do this. Garlic is the boss. I don't care what they tell me. Garlic help all my patients with cancer and viruses. You understand? Kyolic garlic is the best. Then you have another company here that sells Pro Greens. If you don't want to get all the green stuff here, you have a lot of the Pro Greens here. And they're also very significant and they have lots of acidophilus and probiotics and lots of green in there to alkaline your blood. And then another company again I like to boast about is, and I don't boast about companies that well now, herbalist and alchemist. This guy, the herbalist also, his name is David Winston. Wonderful herbalist. And he's in Jersey, he makes wonderful products too. He don't make a product unless, you don't put it in the market unless it's good. And I love that about him. If you're going to make a bad product, you don't sell it. And that's what I love about this guy, all right? And this here is not a bad company either, it's for your heart. So if you use herbs regularly, every 6 weeks, you take time off, yeah? Every 6 weeks, you hear me say, hear what I said? I said every 6, this here, regenerate your kidney if it's damaged. Learn it from me. This herb, nettle seed, regenerates your kidney if it's damaged. Get it if you have kidney troubles because of high blood pressure, okay? Wonderful. Now, when you want to keep your body healthy, I'm a good example. Follow me. Every 6 weeks, we take 3 days. Every 6 weeks. Don't let nothing pile up in your body. Nothing. The key to staying healthy is to preventing toxins from accumulating in the blood and in the organ system and in the lymph nodes. So every 6 weeks, I want you to take 3 days off. 3 days, only 3 days, man. And I want you to clean the earth. Clean it up. Take time off and clean here. Clean them up. And when you clean them, with your gallbladder flush, you can use Senate pot, you can use Epsom salt, whatever you're going to use. Once you clean them up, I want you to rest them for 3 days. And when you rest them, you are going to be resting all the others. And then when you rest them and you feed them water and juices and herb teas, you will see how good you're going to feel. And you're going to see how you will prevent a disease from coming into your organ system and contaminating your bloodstream. Because once you rest them, once you rest the earth, the other organs will breathe better. Once you rest the earth and you feed it properly, your blood, which is your life, your brain, which is your mind, your shen, your spiritual aspect, the computer, will all respond to you because now they are getting nutrients from the foods that God gave us to use on the earth in the beginning. All liquids, all greens. And once you do that, 6 weeks again, you go back in the atmosphere, and another 6 weeks again, before anything pile up in your body, you go back again and you clean them up. And you do that for years, and you will live a long, productive life without complications. Spelt. Dr. Sebi, see, he promotes spelt. Spelt is important. Dr. Sebi produced that and promotes spelt. Now we're using spelt. I will warm it up a little bit and put it in a blender. Blend it up with some nuts and seeds. Lots of protein. More alkaline. Don't forget that now. Right? Once you have discipline, you will stay well. I want to take about 5 questions. Okay, Krista? Only 5. God bless you. God bless you. And please take care of your temple. You're gone.
When would you be in New York?
I'm thinking I'll be in New York on Sunday, the 11th of December, only for 4 days. Only for 4 days. And I think I'm leaving on Thursday. Thursday, I think. But I'm just going to do some business and come back. Yeah.
What should someone take for low platelets?
That's a good question again. Once you have low platelets, you have to work on your liver. See all them greens here? You have to use them. And what I do with the plate when I have low platelets, I use a lot of the B vitamins. B100, when you have low platelets, don't forget, low platelets, you need B100. You need the B12, 2,000 micrograms per day. You need 2,000 micrograms of the folic acid because the B12 is significant in helping your cells from your bone marrow to be nourished and sent into circulation. And you have to work on your liver because your liver have a lot to do with your platelets. Doctors don't tell you all these things. So once you have low platelet count, I go to your liver, I go to your spleen, I go to the bone marrow, and I go to the lymphatic system, the immune system, the thymus gland, and I feed them zinc, B6, B12, folic acid, B100, selenium, green foods. And then all of a sudden, my patient who had a platelet of 21, it went back up to 105, went back up to 196, went back up to 250, because discipline is the key. And if you have low platelets, make sure you check your doctor, make sure you don't have leukemia, because low platelet count could also cause you maybe it's a cancer you have. But once you have low platelets, I want to mention this again today. Once you have low platelets, you know what I want to do to you? They want to take out your spleen, because they can't fix it. So once you have low platelet counts and they keep on dropping, the first thing your doctor tells you is take your spleen out. And when you remove your spleen, which is part of your immune system, you will start to get fevers. But God put herbs and vegetables on the earth that have all the vitamins that you need to build back up your platelets and take care of your liver. But he don't know that, because he knows nothing about nutrition. Next question.
Is it advised to eat everything vegetable as a CKD?
Well, I wouldn't say that. If you have chronic kidney disease, CKD means chronic kidney disease. Well, if you have chronic kidney disease, again, you have to look at your GFR, and if your GFR is over 60 or under, if it's like maybe 45, that's not bad. You can use the green, because some of the greens have potassium, and you have to leach it. You have to leach out some of the potassium. So if you have CKD, and you have to look at your platelet, you have to look at your GFR, you have to look at your BUN, BUN, blood, urea, nitrogen, and you have to look at your creatinine. And if the creatinine is high and your BUN is high and your GFR is very low, then we have to guide you on using certain foods, because a lot of the foods have potassium, so you have to leach them. All right? Wonderful. Yeah.
What vitamin should you take daily?
I take a multivitamin from Rainbow Light, and it's from food base, because I'm not a food eater. So everybody's saying to me, you eat once per day, you will be malnourished. That's crap, because you know what I do. I make a protein in the morning, shake in the morning, and everything is nuts and seeds, and I go and I take a walk, and then I have my lunch, and I don't really eat dinner. That's it. And I pop a lot of vitamins. I pop vitamins. I take selenium. I take the B complex, B100. I take B12. I take magnesium. You know what I mean? I take things from my brain, so I am not malnourished. And I take zinc from my prostate and my thymus gland. And I take lots of vitamin C. I take 5,000 milligrams of vitamin C per day buffered. So I'm not malnourished. Now you, who eating every day, all your cooked foods, you come in and tell me that I'm malnourished. Yeah, right. You cooking your food every day. So you eating dead atoms. But you have the audacity to come and tell me, Patrick Dells, who getting all his minerals from his juices, that I eat once a day, I have to be sick and malnourished. But you don't know that all the food that you eat every day that is dead atoms, I call it devil foods, they're dead, have no nutrients. You don't know that you are malnourished. And once you malnourish, malnutrition cause what? Diseases. So that's the reason why lots of people who eat 3 meals per day cook them out. Morning cook, lunch cook, dinner cook, dead atoms. The hospital is full of you who eat 3 meals per day and have big belly and have big bam bam. You understand? All the hormones licking up all your belly. Yeah? I'm being blunt. How come lots of women and men who eat 3 meals per day have high blood pressure, have diabetes, have lupus, have scleroderma, have muscular dystrophy, myasthenia gravis, multiple sclerosis? How y'all have all that? And you want to eat 3 meals per day? And I eat once per day, but the one day I eat, I get my nutrients, because I eat everything raw, nuts and seeds, so I get all my vitamins. So I don't end up in the hospital. I don't have no lupus, I don't have high blood pressure, I don't have heart disease. But you're eating 3 meals per day and you are suffering from these troubles. So that means you're doing something wrong. So you malnourished. Blessed love. Next question. 2 more questions.
Is it possible to get off dialysis machine?
That's a good question too. If the GFR is going up, as I said to all my dialysis patients, don't feel because Patrick does come and say, you know what, we have things for the kidneys, mean that you could just come off dialysis. It don't work like that. That's why I ask patients to get your GFR to me, get your bun, get your creatinine. Let me look at your potassium levels, your sodium levels, your CO, your CQ, carbon, CO2, and your chloride. And that will give me an idea of how high they are or how low the GFR is. And if the GFR is at 20 or 25, we can bring it back up. And the reason why they put you on dialysis because the GFR went under 15. And that's the reason why. But we have patients who did not go on dialysis and they had a low GFR. And it's back up to 39 or 9 and 10 and 11. So I don't want to tell you to come off your dialysis. Stay with your doctor. But at the end of the day, make sure that you check your GFR, do the test on a regular basis, and implement certain herbs and certain supplements and a good diet, come off the protein foods, and then every month you check and see if while taking the products with your dialysis, if your numbers start going up in terms of the GFR and your burns start coming down and your creatinine start coming down, then you could say, okay, yes, I will see if I could regenerate my kidney. Okay, that's my answer to you. Yeah, wonderful. Next one.
What can someone tell a friend that has stomach cancer?
Well, I did a video on stomach cancer, and again I said that the stomach cancer is the earth. Once you have stomach cancer, it's in the earth. That's where it is, and that is why stomach cancer is so detrimental, because it affects the processing center. All the food that have to go there can't be digested, or the stomach can't work on them because the cancer is developed there. And that's the reason why I say to people, if you have stomach cancer and you can't keep the foods down, because usually, excuse me, the cancer is so bad that you can't keep the foods down. We will get a doctor who is trained in nutrition, and we put everything in terms of vitamin in the liquid form, and we cause the doctor to inject it in your arm. So you can feed your cells nutrients while we are using herbs to fight the cancer in the stomach. Yeah. If the person is not keeping down foods, because remember that once the cancer is in your stomach walls, it could get into the pancreas, and it's a very difficult cancer to fix. But you don't eat no foods when you have stomach cancer. You do liquids so that you can give your stomach a rest and feed your everything in your arm. You call it intravenous. So find a doctor who does that, and then you will see a difference. You will be able to beat stomach cancer if you do that. Yeah. Next question.
What are the ingredients for a gallbladder flush?
The gallbladder flush, you have a pen and paper, don't forget. The gallbladder flush should be done every 6 weeks. Every 6 weeks, do a gallbladder flush, and then take a 3-day and just use a lot of herbs to clean your system out and keep the blood well. And vegetable juices and water and soups if you can. 1 glass of grapefruit juice. 1 glass of grapefruit juice, because you all say I'm talking too fast, I'm talking slow, right, Christian? 1 glass of grapefruit juice, a 1/4 cup of orange juice, a 1/4 cup of olive oil, and a 1/4 cup of castor oil. Do not get the black castor oil. You're going to mix them all together, and at 9 p.m. you are going to take a 1/4 cup of that mixture. At 9:15 p.m. you're going to take another 1/4 cup of the mixture. At 9:30 p.m. you're going to take another 1/4 cup. At 9:45, another 1/4 cup. At 10 p.m., a 1/4 cup. And the last 1/4 cup should be taken at 10:15 p.m. And when you finish doing that, you should go and lay down on your right side, because your gallbladder is right under your breastbone, tucked under the left lobe of your liver. And in the morning, when you get up, 4 o'clock, you're going to see how much waste coming out of the sewage system. Oils and fats and green stuff come out because your liver is being cleansed. And after you do that, you want you to rest him Don't work him for 3 days. So the next 3 days you won't be going to the bathroom. Why? Because you'll be resting the earth. And once he is resting, remember, he is the sewage system. So once he is resting, and he is one of the organs that clean your blood. Once he is rested, and he don't have no contamination of foods coming in and out from the digestive system, he will in turn keep your bloodstream clean. And once he keeps your bloodstream clean, he will send signals to your liver, and your liver, which also cleans your blood, will keep the tissues and the cells healthy now, because you're feeding your liver juices that have all the nutrients to feed your cells. And then your liver will take care of your gallbladder. And then in turn, your gallbladder will take care of the kidney, which is another organ that cleans your blood. And when you're resting him now, and you're resting him over here, stomach, you are going to see that diseases start disappearing. Your pressure start to drop. Your sugar levels start dropping. Why? Because you are balancing back the earth and resting it. And that's the key to good health. Blessed.
One more question.
One more question. All right.
What do you eat for your meal to keep you for a day, as you're going to eat once a day? What would you advise people to eat so it can keep them healthy at the same time and make them feel satisfied?
Well, everybody's different.
As eating one day.
Everybody's different, and especially diabetics.
So
Diabetics
give
have small
them the
ones.
best advice you can.
Well, you know, proteins are building foods. They are building foods, but proteins are also toxemia foods. Because of the length of time they take to move from one place of the body to the next. So, proteins should never be eaten in the evening time, because of the hours they take to move out. So proteins, although they are building foods, they call them building block. I know for who? Building block for children, not for big older people, because once you pass 21, you don't need no building block no more. You need maintaining block. So you need to maintain a certain amount of protein in your diet once you pass the age of 21. Don't let them fool you with that. Building blocks is for children. So once you reach 21, 20% of your diet should be proteins. And your proteins, like what I do in the morning, we do what? Protein shakes. We do nuts, we do seeds, we do ripe bananas. Sometimes we're going to take a walk to burn it up. And we use some raw oats and some oat water. And I use some sea moss to get my minerals. Now, once you use that protein in the morning, the minerals and the vitamins that is in the mixture supposed to keep you going for the day. And then I pop vitamins. I pop vitamin C, I pop zinc, I pop magnesium, I pop them every day. So then during the day between the hours of 9 and 2, I will start eating those here now. See? Eating those. Because I'm living in a hot climate. So sugar goes up and out. Salt goes down and in. So I use my sugars that have lots of vitamins also between the hours of 11 and 5. So you're eating stuff, eating your fruits, you're drinking your water. You can have your fats, because fats need heat. So fats should be eaten between the hours of 11 and 5 if you are not exercising in the morning. So this is my fruits. And between 11 and 3, I eat those. Lots of them. So I can't get hungry. Yeah? And then by 3 o'clock, we go to these here now. All of them. Still hot. Your fats. You burn them up. You take a walk. After you eat this, you take a walk. When you take the walk, you burn it up. Because you need heat to break down fats in the body. You can't go with that either. And you need a liver to produce bile salts to break down the fats. So you have to take a walk, heat it up. And then when you do this here now, by 6 o'clock, your organs now is tapering down to do what? To make you well by regenerating. Come over here now. So by 6 o'clock, when all these foods are ready to be removed from the sewage system, your stomach, your large intestines, they're all resting now, because now you are getting ready to go to sleep. So if you want to eat after 6 o'clock, it is best to eat things that you know will move from your stomach to your intestinal tract fast, so when you go to bed, you don't have foods lingering in your stomach, because when you're sleeping, the body starts healing, and if there is foods lingering and sitting in your digestive system, which is the earth, your body will never be able to heal properly. And that is the reason why soups should be eaten in the evening time, because soups move quick and give your organs a break. So when you're sleeping, these organs are regenerating, because your organs only regenerate when you sleep, not when you awake. And that's why sleeping is significant, because when you sleep, the body heals. So if you have common sense now, I'm going to tell you that if you eating 3 meals per day, and you go home, and your wife, she ain't no better, she start giving you a big fattening meal, and you go in front of a television, and you eat your meals, for 15 years she feed you that way. And then after 15 years, you start to be 30, 35, 40 years old. And she didn't know better, because her mother taught her how to cook that way. And then all of a sudden, she come and she start to touch you up, and baby, and you say, what's going on? Say, what's going on? Okay, what happened? He's soft. Why? Why he's soft? Because of how she fed you. For 15 years, she clogged up your arteries. No disrespect to the woman now, you're all just unconscious of the fact. Clog up the arteries. So when the blood can't flow, and she kill it, you ain't no better. So you have to go and take Viagra, and then Viagra kill your heart eventually. So you have to stay over here. Don't eat at night. Leave the heavy foods alone. Because when you reach 30 and 40, you will have problems. And then the woman will start to complain, and she doesn't know. So when she complains to you next time, tell her, baby, you know what? You are the one that contributed to my penis not getting hard, because you feed me too much fried food at night time. That's what it's all about. Blessed love. Keep the love going, okay? All right? Touch the love screen. According to Mikey P, touch the screen of love, and touch the screen of like. Blessed love.
One more question.
One more question, yes.
I think it's very important, because a lot of people want to know. A lot of people in this world, they're smokers, and they're heavy smokers, and you have a lot of people who want to quit. And you know, people are discouraged by thinking they smoke so much in their life, and you know, it's already damaged, so why stop?
All right, so if it's already damaged, why would you want to damage it more though?
No, so they, you know, people want to know, if they stop smoking, can they long?
Yes, sure. I used to smoke 3 packs of cigarettes per day. I was a smoker. I was a bad eater too, you know. That's what I'm trying to teach people today. Because I had a stroke at 32 years old. I had epilepsy. I had migraines. You understand? I used to smoke 3 packs of Rockman cigarettes per day. Until one day I buried a pack of cigarettes because I wanted to stop, and the next day I went back and I dig it up because I had no discipline. And that's when you eat, you want to smoke. It's a discipline. It's because remember that, I'm going to leave you with this today. When God created the human race, all races, white, black, pink, yellow, red, he created everybody. When he created the races, or he created man, put it this way, he said to the man, if you believe in the Most High now, he said to the man, you see all them things here? Cow, sheep, dog, cattle, you know what I mean? Donkey, ass, this, that. He said, I give you dominion. I'm using the word dominion loosely now. He said, I give you dominion over all these things. So you're not supposed to have fear of the things that I gave you dominion over. So in essence, what I'm saying is, if God gave us a mind to be like him, to come like him, not to be him, but to be like him because he created you in his own image and in his own likeness to become like him. That's why the Christ was a great man. Because he showed us that things that we can do if we have the discipline and the mind to become like God. So if God created us in his own image to become like him, to have dominion over all things, how come we can't stop smoking cigarettes? How come we can't stop smoking cocaine? How come we can't stop smoking all them bad foods we eating every day? It's the mind. So you have to put the temple back where it's supposed to be. And when you get sick, your body is telling you that something is wrong, make you get a sickness. So you have to take what? Charge. And say, you know what? God created me in his own image and in his own likeness to become like him. And he gave me dominion to conquer anything. So my answer to you, be a conqueror. Because that's the reason why you were created, to be a conqueror of all things, including cigarettes, cocaine, alcohol, and the lot. And ganja, the THC.
So what can they do to repair them?
There is a herb, there is a formula called Asperia compound, made by a company called Herbalists and Alchemists, that helps people to not want the urge to smoke. You can get that. You can call the company 908-689-9020, and you can talk. I think there's a doctor on the compound. You can talk to her, and she will give you some more advice on that particular product. It helped my patients. Dr. Christopher have another product again called Smoke Out. You can look for that too, or Smoke Request. One is called Smoke Request, one is called Smoke Out. Look for one by Dr. Christopher, and look for one by Herbalists and Alchemists, and they will also help you to quit smoking, okay? If you can't do it on your own. Yeah?
What are the natural foods they can use daily to repair the lungs from smoke?
Well, we're going to have another video on the lungs, all the yellow foods. Yellow peppers, you know, you have turmeric is good for the lungs, to repair the lungs. Lots of beta-carotene that converts into vitamin A. You have lots of the yellow foods. It's good for the lungs. Cantaloupes and pawpaw and all these foods are good for the lungs. Anything that's yellow is for the lungs. So use those. Yellow apples are good for the lungs. So juice them, don't eat them, just juice them regularly, and then your lungs will respond to you, because once you're doing the yellows and using the herb for your liver and your lungs work together. And once the lungs or the liver is well, the lungs will help your liver, your liver is going to help your lungs to stay well. Yeah? Okay?
Is marijuana bad for smoking? Well, all smoke is bad.
Well, all smoke is bad. Once you smoked in paper, if you're going to smoke ganja, smoke it in a pipe. That's just my opinion. I don't smoke marijuana. I don't believe in the high THC count of it. I believe in the higher CBD and the lower THC. And because the marijuana have medicinal properties also.
It also has a chemical that makes you lose a brain cell that cannot...
THC.
Yeah.
And the higher the THC is, the more detrimental. And we cannot do that. I used to smoke a lot of marijuana too. But as I said before, if you're getting older and the THC count is very high in the marijuana plant, it could also cause you to have memory problems, okay? Although it's have good chemicals, it also have bad chemicals also. It's just like some plants have alkaloids. They will help one way, but they will damage your liver too. We have to know what the plants are. And the same thing goes for marijuana, okay?
And the
yeah?
brain cell it takes away from you. It does not be regained.
That's not true. Your brain cells can be regenerated. Even scientists are not proving that now too, okay? They can be. Even when you get a stroke, you can regenerate your brain cells. All right? That's what the myth before.
So it's not true that
that's
the
not
brain
true.
cell
No,
cannot be regained.
that's not true. They have a product called brainwave. You get that? If you have trouble in the brain cells, you will see how fast you get your memory come back. So it can be regenerated, okay? Yeah? Blessed love to everyone. And don't forget, push the love button. And don't forget, love is the only thing that will conquer this world. Not hate, not animosity, not envy or jealousy, but love. Because that's what God is. And that's what Christ came and gave us. Love. Don't forget now. Blessed love. Peace. All right.